Hey guys, and welcome to Fez Air Software. Today, courtesy of ACETECH, I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of this ACETECH Predator X tracer unit. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy this content today, please do consider liking, commenting and subscribing, because those interactions help me get seen by the YouTube algorithms. The Linktree link down below will take you to all of my socials, including my Discord, as well as the join button down under the video. May not appear on some Apple devices. Will take you to channel memberships if you really want to support the channel. 99p a month, totally optional, really appreciated. Custom videos, custom giveaways, that kind of thing, and bloopers. So, shout out again. Many thanks to ACETECH for sending me this to unbox, as well as a Brighter R and a Chrono as well. So I am pretty damn excited. So this is their ACETECH Predator X tracer unit. Now this is a significantly bigger box than the Brighter R come in, and it feels significantly weightier. So this is boasting a bit of an anti-slip grip on it, reportedly. All metal externals. It's got an AT2000R, which is the actual tracer module that's inside it, which is inside the larger element of it, and it's micro USB charging. So we're going to get straight in this. Boxes, I do like how simple their boxes are. You know, I always feel disappointed in like Double Bell. Don't get me wrong. I love their stuff. I think it's great for the money. Just the boxes let me down, but then it's just a box. Swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Their boxes, I think they've done right. Nice and simple, clean, to the point. It's very easy to identify the product and the brand, and I like that about it. So, opening it up then, we've got our, when I can get hold of it, a little thank you card with stickers and access to extended warranty and the chance to earn a free tracer. We've then got, when I can get it out, our actual tracer itself, and that is pretty damn cool looking. We've then got a micro USB charging cable, and then last but not least, we've got, there we go, our manual as well. So have a quick look at that before we take that out. So it needs about 3 hours to fully charge it. You've got your LED indication. There is self-test mode, specifications. You know, the unit inside it is pretty damn tiny. It is pretty cool, that. So a lot of the function around this one is the fact that it is you know, embedded in this much larger unit and looks like a tracer unit. So we have got the anti-slip sort of texturing is this sort of mottled effect here, which is, it's really nice to grip hold of. I'm not sure that you would actually grip your replica by the front there. There's quite a bit of heft to it, so I wouldn't necessarily advise putting it on the front of a pistol. And considering it doesn't come with a pistol adapter, I think they're kind of encouraging you to also not do that as well. So both ends of this can unscrew. So I'm removing the negative threaded end there, and there is the tracer unit. Now that's come straight out. It's indicating that the BBs go through and out like that. That's, oh, there we go. It was just a little bit tacky into this rubber pad in here. So we've got the on-off button there, and we've got the remove before first use. So we pull this out to activate the battery to allow us to charge it. Now that in itself is absolutely tiny, like unbelievably tiny. And the rest of that then is just an empty cone. There's a bit of a spring there, in there. Let's pull that out. So I've got a spring in there that is wide enough through the middle that it's not going to get in the bit where the BBs, but all it's doing is keeping this compressed back, as you can see there, back against the thread. Now, there's nothing saying that if you can get the appropriate foam, you could fill this with foam inserts to obviously add some element of quietening to it. Not that it does an awful lot, and the other end will come out as well. Now I will try and do a little bit of a comparison when I'm using this to show if there's any real sound difference between this being on and not being on beforehand, just so people can get a bit of a you know, a tell from if there's any real sound difference from that. but that is a little bit of nice weight to it. It's going to look ace on some of my stuff. So I'm going to get straight off now, get this charged up for the 3 hours it needs. I'm going to get it attached to a few devices, take some photos, take some videos of it in use, and then come back and tell you my final thoughts. So I'll see you in a second. So welcome back. So you've seen the footage of this shooting. You've seen it obviously modelled on a few nice little pieces of kit as well, just to see the look of it. Very much like the Brighter Art, I have thoroughly enjoyed this. Who doesn't love a tracer? Just the look of it. You're not going to understand how much temptation there was while shooting it to shout pew 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 over the top. The Star Wars vibes were very much there, sort of thing. Particularly when you're switching between the green and red, and you've just really got those good sort of vibes going through it and things. It just looks amazing. Obviously, don't forget tracer rounds work both ways, and that you can see where they're going, but the other person can see where they're coming from. So keep that in mind. But absolutely awesome little piece of kit. It didn't tend to have the a sort of muzzle flash, almost not deliberate muzzle flash from the brighter eye. It's just the nature of it, mostly because the innards of the rest of the Predator X, there we go, just basically contain a lot of that fire. Basically, that flash when the BB goes through is just contained within here, so you didn't get quite as much a flash out of it. But if you're firing tracer BBs anyway, the muzzle flash is kind of irrelevant because you're shooting up a lit up BB, so they're going to see it coming anyway, aren't they? So just absolutely fantastic little piece of kit. The fact that it's got the on and off button as well in there is really brilliant. That it's just a little bit more reassuring that you click it on and it's on. I can see the little light flashing in there, and then click it off and I know that flash like that indicates that it's now off. That for me is nice. I like to make sure that things are properly switched off or unplugged or whatever, probably from being a dad if nothing else. You know, again, the fact that you can get sort of like 12 to 20,000 BBs fired through this before needing to you know, recharge it and things. Let's face it, in what kind of circumstances would people run this, run that many BBs through this in one single sort of game day or need to use this? You know, even if you're running this over a weekender and you're going to be running it just in the evenings for the tracers, you're still probably not going to get close to that 20,000 rounds to it before needing to recharge. So absolutely fantastic little piece of kit. Obviously the fact that squeaky and annoying, apologise, you know, you can get the spring out. In fact, let's just test what I do want to see. Bear with me 1 second. The brighter R is actually a little bit too slim to sit in there, so it's a little bit wider. I'll sit there on top of each other. It's a little bit, just a couple of mil extra in each direction. Thicker is the Predator's internals, but you can stick foam in there to fill out the rest of that gap to help with a little bit of noise suppression. It basically did nothing in terms of noise suppression. I'm glad I mentioned that now. Brighter eye beeping its head off at me. Okay, now it should have beeping. So in terms of noise suppression, literally no difference whatsoever, or not that I could discern anyway. So obviously don't expect that not only will it illuminate your BBs, but it's going to suppress your gun. Not with at least a little bit of foam in there. You're probably going to need to just contain it a little bit. So massive shout out to ACETECH for sending me this to try out. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I love tracer units. I love tracer rounds. I love seeing them. I don't get out often enough to play evening sorts of games to need them. Which is a real shame because they are so fun to shoot, and it's just something a little bit exhilarating and exciting about seeing them lit up and just flying down range. Really cool. So thank you again to ACETECH for that. You know, if anything, I'd have to call them market leaders really in producing tracers, because all of the best models seem to be made by them. So, you know, just keep on the innovations. It is all they really need to do, and they're just a fantastic piece of kit. So I hope you enjoyed that. I've enjoyed it immensely. Please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. I will drop a link to ACETECH down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.